We're spoilt for choice when we go shopping these days, with dozens of food products to choose from. But having lots of choices doesn't mean we'll make the best choice for our health. So the South African government is taking steps to make a change. You may have noticed that we've been talking a lot about salt this series and the dangers of eating too much of it. Well, there's a very good reason for this. The government has changed the law to limit the amount of salt in various processed foods to improve our health. Changing our habits and our taste buds will take time and awareness. So the Heart and Stroke Foundation, the Association for Dietetics, the Consumer Council, the Nutritionists Council, and various universities are working together to spread the message about the new law and why we need to reduce our addiction to salt.
In South Africa, according to the Heart and Stroke Foundation, every single day, 130 people will have a heart attack and 240 people are having strokes. Strokes are the third cause of death in South Africa, and hypertensive-related diseases are the seventh cause of death in South Africa. So it's a huge problem, and we need to legislate the sodium levels in food products to help reduce these kind of conditions.
Hidden salt in processed foods is one of the main reasons we eat too much salt, and that is exactly the kind of food that the new law is targeting.
We're talking about foods like bread, breakfast cereals, porridges, savoury snacks and chips, processed meats, sausages. We're also looking at things like your stock powders, gravies, soups. And those are sort of the main categories. Also fat and butter spreads.
South Africa has one of the highest rates of hypertension or high blood pressure in the world. And of the people that we spoke to in just one afternoon, around 1 in 4 people had high blood pressure concerns.
I don't even put salt just because I've got high blood pressure.
So you don't put salt on your food because you've got high blood pressure?
Yeah, I'm on tablets.
If you eat too much salt, I've got high blood.
You've got high blood pressure? What are your salt habits?
I'm very careful about salt because I suffer from high blood pressure.
Sometimes when I finish to eat salt, my high blood is going up.
So tell me what it tastes like to you and if it needs more salt, if it's salty enough.
That's pretty good.
Pretzels, please go. Write something else down here. There you go, thank you. Do you know that the government is, over the next couple of years, going to lower the amount of salt that's allowed in foods like these that we see in front of us?
Suits me, I don't eat it anyway.
Do you think that this is a good thing?
I think it's a great thing.
It's the thing that is going to kill me. I want to eat a healthy thing that is going to make me strong.
We should try to aim to have 6 grams of salt per day, which is 2,400 milligrams of sodium, but South Africans are probably having about double that. So we're looking at 9 to 12 grams per day.
I'm assuming we probably take in about 3 or 4 teaspoons.
Yeah.
I put salt in salad dressing, put salt in chips. If it's not salty enough, I'll put salt in it.
But I do add salt to a lot of my food, sometimes without even tasting the food first.
I think I do less salt. I don't know, I can't say how much.
Because my girlfriend doesn't put enough salt, so I'll sometimes add salt onto the foods, yeah.
How much do you think it would affect you if your favourite food started tasting a little bit different because there was less salt in it?
I might not even notice, I probably wouldn't notice.
If we gradually reduce the salt, people probably wouldn't even notice over that period of time. And that's how they're going about it, and giving also the manufacturers time to reduce the salt, as it does also impact, the food technology side of things as well.
Are you aware of every little bit of salt that goes into your system?
Not as far as food goes, I must say. I'm monitoring it as far as putting it on my food, which I don't do. But I'm not aware of, for instance, I didn't know there was salt in bread.
Do you think we as South Africans eat too much salt?
Yeah, eat too much salt. Because we're not told about the salt that is dangerous and everything like that. Yeah. Eat too much salt.
There's a big campaign that's been set up by Salt Watch. So it's a campaign that runs over a long period of time to start educating the consumers in ways to reduce their salt intake and assist them to reduce, at the end of the day, the risk for these diseases that are related to the high salt intake.
Are you aware that foods like these, like your sausage rolls and your chips and pretzels, have also got quite a lot of salt in them?
Yeah, I do.
So you're aware of that, and you still add extra salt. Why?
Yes. I don't know, I just like salt all the time. I don't know, I just add salt all the time.
Salt's addictive, as is sugar, so that's why they put it in the food, because you'll like it and you'll want more of it.
The new law was signed in March 2013. The companies that make processed foods have until 2016 to reach the first reduction targets, and all lower sodium targets must be achieved by June 2019.
Food is going to change over the next 6 years, and you'll start to notice that your regular menu favorites taste different. The challenge for all of us is going to be to adapt to less salt and not add it when we don't need it.